Hello, my Panda pals, and welcome back. Today we are back with part 2 of Happily Ever After, Season 8, Episode 11. Today in the ring, we have got Ashley and Manuel, Loren and Alexei, and Angela and Michael. As always, chapters are going to be in the description, so you can skip any of the couples that you wish would just go pound sand. Now, I got a lot to say, so let's get started. Sit down, buckle up, and let's go for a ride. Let's start things off with Ashley and Manuel. Last episode, Jonathan fails as their relationship therapist, as he is unable to get Manuel and Ashley to apologize to each other and accept their mutual part in causing their relationship issues. Back in Rochester, Ashley has aged 10 years from the New York trip, and she heads to get intravenous therapy. It's really nice that Ashley is from Rochester because it feels like very targeted advertising directed for me. Ashley heads in and tells the nurse, who's also her cousin, that she needs her witch potion.
It's an IV? Strictly medical?
Whatever.
Okay,
I need
I got
all
it.
of the juice.
I do want to try this, but I really don't love needles. For anyone out there who has tried this, is it beneficial? Like, does it actually do anything or make a difference? Ashley gets pricked, and while the IV drip is doing its thing, Ashley goes on to vent. She talks about how after the trip, Manuel randomly came into the room one day demanding more money from her so that he can send it to his family.
The other day, I need money to send to my family. Thank yous. And then just leaves.
That's odd.
Exactly.
She goes on to say that she has sent back thousands of dollars at this point, and she has gotten zero answers on what it is for, who it is going to, and has no receipt of where it went.
Manuel has a long history of leaving out details. And so it makes me feel like there's something I don't know.
She goes on to tell us that Manuel keeping secrets is super triggering for her because of her past relationship with her biological father. Ashley's mom had her when she was 16, and her mother and father separated shortly after. Ashley did not learn who her father was until much later in life.
And then he committed suicide. What made me feel abandoned, I've never had a chance to cultivate a relationship with him.
Knowing this, and knowing that Manuel also knows this, makes what he said in New York City way more messed up. If you do not recall, he told her that her trauma is not his responsibility to deal with, and that is a big yikes for me. Her cousin tells her to seriously consider a post-nup, which I did not know what a post-nup was, and for those of you who, like me, was like, the f*** is that? It is a prenup that just happens post-nup. It just happens after you get married. I don't know why my brain could not figure that out, but that's why we got Google. Manuel and Ashley head out to eat, and he asks her how her day went. Ashley tells him that she got to talk to her cousin about their recent New York trip, and Manuel is like, oh, okay, and did you exaggerate the crap out of everything and tell her that I'm the bad guy? And Ashley is like, okay, I'm not even gonna dignify that with an answer, you annoying bitch. And instead, she tells him that she does not want to feel like he is pushing her out of his life.
Canta la vida con Ashley, pero igualmente deseo mi espacio. Pero cada vez que quiero establecer mis límites, ella se molesta.
This is so frustrating to me because they are both talking about setting and respecting boundaries, but Ashley clearly knows what healthy boundaries are and Manuel does not. Ashley is asking for financial transparency and Manuel is asking for financial control. Manuel thinks he's asking for personal space, but he's actually asking Ashley to accept being completely shut out from important aspects of his life, like his family. Ashley tries to establish healthy ways to resolve their conflict and has never escalated to belittling Manuel or calling him names, whereas that is the only way Manuel knows how to respond to any of their disagreements. So, to Manuel I say, I know you love Ashley, you're a funny guy, do better. Ashley tells Manuel that her trust issues with him are due to him not openly communicating with her and also choosing to leave out very important details. She goes on to say that her cousin advised her to get a post-nup.
Decidiera decir en 5 o 10 años en el futuro. Okay, Ashley, vamos a divorcio, pero me voy a tomar el medio de tu dinero.
Manuel is hurt, and he tells Ashley that he married her because he loves her, not for her business and not for her money. He wants a family with her, and he wants to grow old with her. And it upsets him that she's choosing to blindly listen to the words of her family and friends who are telling her that she cannot trust him. Ashley means business today, and she tells him he needs to agree with her on this, and so he does. Moving on to Loren and Alexei. Last episode, Alexei expresses that he needs Loren's recovery to happen ASAP because he cannot handle doing everything that she does on a daily basis. Alexei is bringing Loren back home today, and he tells us that she is still in so much pain, and it makes him very nervous to try and resume normal life with her in that state. He then tells us that it is Rosh Hashanah, which is Jewish New Year, so he thought it would be nice to invite Loren's parents over to celebrate while his wife, who just had insanely invasive surgery 72 hours ago, is drugged up and in immense pain.
Even though it might be a lot for Loren, I think it's important to teach the kids about Israel and about traditions.
You were literally on the verge of tears, worried about your wife's recovery, and now you're making her entertain guests 3 days after she was just filleted open on a table? Are you dumb? You can still teach your kids about Jewish New Year and then explain to them that you're gonna be celebrating it a little bit later this year because mommy is healing. I'm also super annoyed at the fact that he is aware that Loren's mom vehemently opposed her getting this surgery, so it's probably not the best time to invite her over to watch her daughter be in pain from a surgery she did not want her to get in the first place, and then go on to judge her for her life choices because she's in such a sorry state. Alexei, heart was in the right place. Maybe invite your brain to the meeting next time, okay? Alexei and her mother start cleaning up the kitchen to prepare for the dinner, and Loren is sitting on the couch feeling incredibly guilty that she cannot help.
I know where everything is. I want to do everything, and I can't. I'm so grateful how Alex has stepped up.
I mean, I haven't really seen anything from Alexei that I would consider as really stepping up, but okay. Alexei heads out to pick up the kids and brings them back after trying to explain to them that their mother is hurt and they cannot jump on her or hug her right now. But he is super nervous that they are not going to remember or understand because they are babies.
I think not being able to be a super mom for 6 to 8 weeks is really gonna test her, physically, mentally.
Okay, listen. Alexei seems super nice, and I do understand that he is trying to say that Loren not being able to interact with her children is gonna be tough on her. But I hate how he says her not being able to be super mom is gonna be hard. Why she gotta be super mom? To me, when you call a mom super mom, it means she does it all, which makes you wonder, why doesn't anyone refer to Alexei as super dad? How are you a grown-ass man and you don't know where the hand towels are in your small apartment? How do you not know how to use the washing machine with 3 kids? The family is all gathered for dinner, and after saying a quick prayer, they all sit down to eat. Loren tells us that she's happy her family is here, but she can just tell that her mother is judging the crap out of her, and it's making her feel terrible. Loren's dad asks her how she's feeling, and she tells him that she is in a lot of pain right now.
Maybe we shouldn't have celebrated tonight. It's just a lot to do.
Well, it's done. We're
She's
here.
not doing it.
I get Loren's mom is upset because it was major surgery and she thinks that her daughter is beautiful, but the surgery happened. Being snarky about it is not going to change anything and is not beneficial to anybody. Loren's mother tells us that on one hand, she's happy she got everything done at once, but on the other hand, she got everything done at once. And Alexei's a great dad, but he's gonna be overwhelmed. Again, he's just doing what Loren does every day. If she can do it and be super mom, then he can put on his big boy pants and be super dad. Also, he has resources he can reach out to if he needs help.
You have to remember, you already have 3 children.
I know.
So why do it now?
Oh my God. It was my decision. What?
So no complaining allowed.
Her mom really just needs to stop nagging at this point. Loren is clearly not pleased at her mother's attitude, and so she excuses herself and says she's gonna go lie down.
Dinner was too much.
You wanted this, babe?
I know.
So then you have to deal with it.
Oh my God. I cannot believe the amount of guilt-inducing bullshit that Loren has to take from both her mother and her husband. She only wanted to feel confident in her body. She pushed out 3 kids. She couldn't take a shit properly. If your wife wants to do something that is hard and difficult, you do not look at her suffering and say, well, you asked for it, so suck it up. What if she wanted to go back to school and get her master's? Would you say the same thing when she's crying over the fact that she's been writing a 40-page thesis and pulling her second all-nighter that month? No! And I understand that cosmetic surgery and advancing your education are not the same thing, but they are both ways to legitimately improve yourself. You get an education to get a better job to improve your quality of life. She got cosmetic surgery to improve her confidence, to improve her quality of life.
I know that they helped, and I really do appreciate it, but I don't appreciate having my mom judge. I know she's judging.
Moving on to Angela and Michael. Last episode, Michael prepares for another attempt at securing his visa, and Angela explodes when she sees that part of the documents he has prepared are screenshots of their text messages where she is blowing up at him for cheating on her. Thinking this is the dumbest thing a person can do, Angela tells him to go to the interview without her. Angela is sitting there hurt because she wishes she was with Michael for his interview, as if she was not the one who told him to go without her. She heads out for a beer and tries to whistle down a waiter.
Bonjour, madame. Comment vous allez?
And she is like, no. English?
You speak English?
Yes.
We got in an argument with my husband, and he's going to the embassy to get a visa. I didn't go with him, and now I feel bad, and now I'm just nervous. And
Right about now, you know this waiter is looking at her thinking, oh God, I shouldn't have told her I know English. The road to hell really is paved with good intentions. Angela continues to vent and talk nonstop. She tells him, I'm so nervous. What if he doesn't get his visa? If it doesn't work out, do you want to get dinner with me? I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. Angela texts Michael to get an update because things are taking way longer than she expected. She's chain smoking, drinking like a fish, and just absolutely freaking out.
why hasn't he called? Did he get it, or did he not get it? And he's like, since the argument, did he just leave me?
In the distance, we see Michael approaching, and Angela rushes to him and asks if he got it.
You didn't get it?
No.
Oh
He's
my
still-
God, I
we are
can't believe this.
Michael tries to calm her down by saying it is not over yet, and he goes on to explain that someone at the office is going to reach out to the Lagos embassy to get information on why they were previously denied their K1 visa. Michael tells her it may take a week or two, and Angela is like, oh my God, so we gotta stay in this hellhole for 2 more weeks?
You can leave. I will stay here.
Really? You know what? You can leave now.
No.
You tell me to go home, you just stay here. You really care about me, huh?
Well, somebody turned a pebble into Mount Everest. Angela criticizes him for never being able to say the right things to her, as if she is not absolutely misunderstanding everything. Michael tries to explain that he knows her and he knows that she would not want to stay here, so that is why he offered to stay here alone. Angela cuts him off and loses her absolute mind.
Nobody goes through what we've gone through. Nobody goes through this much to get a goddamn visa.
She then instructs Michael to tell her exactly what they said. Michael tells her that they said everything looks good, but wondered why they moved their case from Lagos to Abidjan. He then informed them it was because Lagos was not giving him an interview date, so he moved it to Abidjan to speed up the process. Angela freaks out because Michael originally told her that it was the embassy's decision to move the case and not Michael's.
You son of a bitch, you didn't tell me that.
No,
Did you?
don't say it.
I will tear
Don't
this
say
mother.
it.
Did you move the to Abidjan? Didn't tell me?
Listen, I did not support lobotomies before, but this bitch is crazy. Angela tells us that she is tired, and she may have loved Michael for 7 years, but she can drop him in a heartbeat.
Get you a room, because I'm done. I'm done, Michael.
Angela's out here thinking Michael's decision to move the case is the reason they were denied, but let's be honest, the caseworkers probably know about Angela and asked Michael to blink twice if he was in danger. And that, my Panda Pals, is all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and if you like my video and you are not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing and joining this awesome Panda Parade. I hope to see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for not letting me ride this train wreck alone. Bye!